Hey, what's up, guys? Silverback Reviews back with another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And if you really like this video, give us a sub. So if you don't know, AaargoJay is coming out with his own rifle, and he's here and he's going to tell us about it right now. So we got a visitor today. My friend AaargoJay stopped by.
What's happening?
And I noticed when you bring your stuff in, you got a gift there.
Yeah, I got a gift. I got a gift.
Um,
I was good this year. Santa was very pleased with me.
that's pretty. So I'm going to guess by the shape of the package or the box. I've got one guess on what it is.
I mean, I really can't tell what this is. I I can't. It doesn't. I don't know. No, no. But yeah, man. No, actually, I got a gift for the people. I'm bringing to the people something very, very nice. You guys want to see what it is? You want to see what it is? Let's take a look and see what it is.
You want to see what it is? So now that we got the wrapping off, this is obviously your signature rifle.
Absolutely. Yep, this is the Bravo Oscar. So Bravo Oscar here. And I'll tell you about what Bravo Oscar means in a little bit. So we got the Bravo Oscar on this side. Then on the flip side, we have the AaargoJay logo, as well as the Bravo Oscar insignia again on the upper receiver.
So this is your signature rifle. Can you give us a quick overview, rooter to the tube?
Yeah, I definitely will. Let me flip up her eyes so she can see. And I'll start there. So we got Magpul M-Bus Pro sights. I went with the M-Bus Pros because they're lighter, they're smaller than the traditional M-Buses. I wasn't gonna put a rifle out that didn't have sights. You may notice that some of the parts that I use are a little bit more pricey, but that's for a reason, because I'm of the theory that you buy once, you cry once. You make a purchase on some good things the first time around, you don't have to rebuy, or you're less likely to have to rebuy. So we got the Magpul M-Bus Pro sights. But let's talk about the rifle in general. The rifle in general starts out with an American Defense Manufacturing made lower receiver. It's a full ambi lower receiver. It has a fully ambidextrous mag release on both sides, and it also has something that's different that most ambi guns don't have, that you're not going to pay through the nose for, which is an ambi on both sides, bolt release and a bolt catch. All right, so if I drop the mag and I run the bolt, okay, and I want to lock the bolt to the rear, I can lock the bolt to the rear without ever having to take my finger off fire group or fire control, and I can drop the bolt the same way, okay, on this side, and as well as the traditional enlarged paddle on this side, as well as a mag release on both sides. So the gun pretty much has everything for everybody. It's a true ambi gun, which is why I kind of went with American Defense. I spent so much time trying to make other guns ambi that weren't ambi guns and didn't have the capability of being true ambi. Not because I'm a lefty or because you know, I just wanted something that was purposeless or didn't have a purpose. Like you might have to transition from one hand to the next, and I want to make sure that my rifle maintains functionality in transitions. So that's why I went with American Defense Manufacturing and their full ambi setup here. So that's where the platform is based. We have a 14.5-inch Criterion 223 Wild barrel. We have an American Defense Manufacturing rail. We have a Griffin Armament muzzle device. It's pin and welded. This one is the flash comp. It's a compensator, flash hider, all in one, okay? Kind of a break all in one, kind of 3-in-1 type of deal from Griffin Armament. The beauty about Griffin Armament is that they do the science behind all their products. So you're going to get a quality product. And not only are you going to get a quality product, you're also getting a suppressor interface. So this mount already gives you the capability of adding one of their M4SD line of suppressors or cans, or their gate lock cans or suppressors, if you don't know what can means, to your rifle. So all you have to do is go ahead and purchase the suppressor, pay for the stamp, and wait forever for it. But you're suppressor ready right out of the box, okay? So you're good to go right out of the box with this. So you don't even have to worry about getting an interface to match or suppressor mounting system, because it comes with one. Okay, we take a look back at the main body housing. We have a CMC single stage flat trigger. It's a 3.5 pound trigger. Okay, we have a Radian ambidextrous, Radian Weapons ambidextrous charging handle. This is the Raptor. And then we have the Radian Weapons ambidextrous safety selector, the Talon. I love Radian. I mean, the Talon is just so easy to install, but it's so high quality. And the same with the Raptor. The Raptor is probably the best charging handle on the market right now. There are a lot of companies trying to produce things that look a lot like the Raptor, but the Raptor is the one and only. Like, it is the true bee's knees. So on the top, this rifle is sporting the new American Defense Manufacturing optic, and this thing is bananas. It's their new red dot optic. What the heck is it called? I forgot, because I get it in the set. It's called the Duo in the set. So in the set, it comes with this and a 5x magnifier. Now, the rifle does not come stock with this, but there will be an option to have this. But when I send this rifle out for testing, I'm going to have this attached. All right, so it comes attached with its true co-witness lower 1/3 mount, and it's easy to remove quick detach rail here. I mean, quick detach mount, so you can just throw it on and throw it right, take it off and throw it right back on. Never lose zero, never have to worry about anything. The optic runs off of a AAA battery. So number one, you don't have to worry about expensive ass batteries going in and out of the gun. And if you run into lithium, Energizer lithium, number one, it's a lighter battery. And number two, it has a great shelf life. So this particular optic was meant with duty in mind. So being able to leave the rifle on all day long, and then not having to worry about turning it on, turning it off. After 8 hours, I believe it goes off. So I mean, there is a timer in it. I mean, the optic is just the tits right now. Don't say that. The optic is just great. So just your ADM, your standard ADM bolt carrier group inside of there. Inside of here, we have the ADM advanced buffer, which is more of a section buffer. I'll let you take a look at that later, but it improves accuracy and reliability in the rifle. It's just a badass rifle all the way around. Now, I did add a couple of things on here that aren't going to come standard, which are your rail scales for grip here, and then the scale stop, hand stop. That doesn't come on the rifle standard, but you can definitely feel free to purchase those things, because they're just a great thing to have on your rifle anyway. I think all my rifles, I know all my rifles have rail scales on them. So, but yeah, there she is.
She is a beauty of a rifle. So what's MSRP on it right now?
Right now, this is going to be retailing at $1,950, $1,950. I know $50 doesn't seem like much, but I wanted to keep it under $2,000 as much as possible, because I still want it to be as affordable as can be for having so much of the Gucci kit on it. It's not just because I wanted nice stuff to look nice. I wanted stuff that's actually functional, stuff that's going to last, stuff that's going to work, so that when you pick this rifle up, you know it's going to work every time. The other reason I wanted to keep it under $2,000 is because all of the profits from the rifle are going towards a documentary that I wrote. The documentary is called Black Ops, and I've been working on this. It's been a labor of love of mine for the last few years. And all the profits are going to fund the documentary. In fact, that's where the rifle got its name. The Bravo Oscar is the military phonetic spelling of Black Ops, or BO. Okay, not body odor, but BO, Black Ops. And that's kind of where it got the name. It just kind of came into my head one day, and then it stuck, and I just, kept it. And I said, oh, it sounds good. And I tested it a little bit, and people liked it, and they said, oh, it's kind of cool. And that was it, man. So the Bravo Oscar was born.
So You got a lot of quality parts into this rifle. Can you tell us why you chose each part?
Yeah, you know, number one, these are all companies that I deal with personally, for the most part, and I trust them and I trust their products, but mainly because I wanted to make sure that out of the box you were getting something that you could that your life can depend on, or you could rely on in a shit hits the fan situation. I mean, the ability to be suppressor ready, you know, with a pin and welded 14-inch barrel, not a long 16-inch barrel, but it is pin and welded to be 16 overall, but 16-1 overall. Ambi safety selectors, the whole Ambi setup. This setup was specifically made for anybody to pick up. It's not necessarily a beginner's rifle, but it is definitely an intermediate and above rifle. And if you are a beginner, it's a definite good rifle to learn on, but you're gonna have to kind of learn the basics of AR shooting and other rifles too, because this is more complex a little bit here because it is Ambi. But other than that, you know, it's a hell of a damn rifle. I am really proud of it. I am excited to bring it to the public. I'm excited for everybody to see it, get their hands on it and shoot it. In fact, I'll be releasing it for public sale in January. And if anybody's going to SHOT Show in Las Vegas this year, you'll get a chance to shoot this out at the range, because I will have this very rifle at the media day. And this is also going to be the same rifle that other people are going to be testing, like Coleon Noir, Kevin Dixie, Ken Scott, Tim Harmison, hopefully Eric Blanford, our Iraq veteran, 8888. If you didn't know who Tim Harmison was, that's Tim from Military Arms Channel. And I'm trying to get this rifle in the hands of good people that I know, to really let them see what it's about. Number one, for the cause, but two, to see that it's a great rifle. And it's a rifle that's built for tough, and it's gonna be something that you absolutely love. I just love looking at it. Like, I don't know if it's because it's one of my babies, but I just love this thing. So
some of the people you just named, Tim specifically, he goes hard on firearms and rifles. So apparently you're not afraid to have this thing tested and put it in the hands of qualified shooters, and they're going to get their honest opinion on this rifle that you put together.
absolutely. I am gonna probably ask that people don't dog it out to try to break it. You know what I mean? To test it to its limits, only because I have to send this specific one to different shooters. But, you know, by all means, run the shit out of it. Run it hard as hell. I want them to run this gun hard as hell. Not really any torture testing. If you get one and want to torture test it, hey, go right ahead. But it's been proven already. Like I said, this comes from a platform that's been proven. This is the same platform as the UIC rifles and the UIC Mod 2 rifles that American Defense Manufacturing puts out, with the exception of the lower being the slick-sided ADM4 lower base versus the UIC's more waffle pattern base. But functionality is the exact same on the rifle. So it's been proven and tested time and time again that this is a sturdy, durable, tough as nails rifle. So I'm not worried about any failures at all. So, I mean, other than natural failures that you get shooting an AR, I'm not worried about it at all.
So where can we purchase this rifle?
Right now, if you would like to purchase this rifle, it's not available for retail sale yet. I am taking pre-orders. There are a limited amount of pre-order slots available. I believe I have 10 slots available, and they're filling up very fast. I haven't even released it, and 2 are sold already. So I only have 8 slots left, technically, on a 10 pre-order scale. But you can contact myself, contact me rather, and when it's available retail, I'm going to work it out so it's available through more retailers other than American Defense Manufacturing. But right now, American Defense Manufacturing is going to host this on their webpage. So you'll be at AmericanDefenseManufacturing.com, and you can get to the Bravo Oscar, as well as the Duo, and as well as some other things. Now, the version that I'm going to release at SHOT Show is going to look a little different from this. It's going to look a lot different from this. I wish I could show that to you right now, but it's Cerakoted, and the Cerakote was done by my buddy Zach down at Weapon Works LLC in North Carolina, and he put his foot in it. So I really wish I could show you the SHOT Show version. But the actual retail models that you see and get won't have this white Bravo Oscar on it either. Everything will be already cut and anodized, so it will appear just the normal anodized slate or black or whatever you want to call it. So it'll just be one, single colored rifle. You won't have this bi-color scheme here. So yeah, right, the engraving. So the engraving will already be anodized and it won't look like this. It'll just be your traditional black, which I think looks a lot better anyway. I think this stands out on camera for marketing purposes, but for a purchased rifle, for a consumer, I definitely think, that black and anodized finish is the best. So, but yeah, this is the Bravo Oscar, my labor of love.
You briefly mentioned the documentary before. Can you give us a little detail about the Black Ops documentary?
Absolutely. I'm gonna put the gun down because I'm tired of holding it. But yeah, Black Ops, the documentary, was a documentary that I wrote several years ago now. And OPS is an acronym. It doesn't stand for operations. It stands for Opinion and Popular Society. So the full title reads Black Opinion and Popular Society. And what that is how people perceive African Americans or Black Americans when it comes to owning firearms and firearms ownership in America. For some reason, there's been a negative stigma, negative connotation and association with firearms when the two are mentioned. Black people and guns, it's a bad thing. It's a taboo thing. It's a scary thing. And that's not the truth. So for some years now, I've been writing a documentary, and I say writing because it's ever evolving. And there are situations that are happening that are continuing to change the narrative, not always for the better. We just had the shooting in Texas of the young lady legally armed in her home, and she was shot and killed by police. Her name was Tatiana Jefferson, and these are the things that we need to change. We need to shift the thinking that for some reason, because I'm a black person and I have a firearm, I'm more of a threat to society. Like, that's asinine. We have to stop that thinking. We have to shift the paradigm, and that's the purpose of the documentary. And I'm glad it's taken me so long to do it, because these things just marry together well with the purpose of the documentary. And I think people need to see this. People need to hear the reality of what gun ownership in America looks like when you're not white, when you're not an old white dude. Okay, so and that's what most people have a problem grasping, and that's why I wrote the documentary. So the Bravo Oscar rifle is just a complement to that documentary. It's just really, it just speaks Black Ops all day long. Not only is it named after the documentary, but it is exactly why I wrote the documentary. This is our right. Every American citizen has a right, for this rifle or to own this rifle. And every rifle purchased will help make that cause more of a reality for people, and more of a reality for me, because I have to see this thing through the end, So I have to make sure that this thing happens, because I can't just start something and not finish it, number one. But number two, it has to happen because it needs to happen. The documentary is definitely needed. So that's why. That's a little bit about Black Ops and how it ties into the Bravo Oscar rifle. So I guess to recap everything, we've got the Bravo Oscar rifle brought to you by myself, AaargoJay, and American Defense Manufacturing. They put their foot in this thing. We got some great companies on board: CMC Triggers, Radiant Weapons, Criterion Barrels, Griffin Armament. I mean, you name it, we got it. Got the ADM optic up here. It's just a hell of a rifle. It's a solid rifle. It's a rifle that you can really, really, really depend on and trust your life to. Plus, you'll love it. Like, I'm not going to put out anything that's half-ass or badass. So, or not badass. This is badass. So, definitely. It's going to retail at $19.50 right now. And there are about 10 slots left on pre-order. If you need to pre-order, you can contact myself or get in touch with Silverback Guns and Ammunition, and they'll definitely take care of you, and we'll definitely get you on the list and get you a Bravo Oscar. I mean, the list is filling up pretty fast. I mean, this is, once you get it or see it, you'll know why. And if you're coming to SHOT Show in January, definitely come check it out. We're going to have the release at the American Defense Manufacturing booth on the Tuesday. I believe it's the 21st of January. The time I'll have to get to you later. And we're going to be at the Media Day, Range Day, at the American Defense Manufacturing Bay. I'll have that information for you also. So if you're coming to SHOT Show and you're coming to Range Day, you can actually shoot the Bravo Oscar and see for yourself what all the hype is going to be about. So.
Okay, AaargoJay, thank you for stopping by. And
no worries.
Giving us a great first look
right.
at this awesome rifle.
No doubt. Like I said, you guys are the first people to actually see and really hear about this rifle, like on camera. So, take a look. So, no, definitely. Bravo, Oscar.